If you're feeling a little queasy, airsick, or otherwise, let me know so we can help out with taking care of that. There is no shame. Happens to pros, happens to newbies. Everybody feeling good so far?
Yeah.
Great.
When we get a call, we can be literally doing whatever we're doing at the base. We'll get star 7, you're on pre-alert for a scene call, Atlas key map 54. That's a sign to the pilots that we're getting a call in a certain geographical area. The pilots have a map that shows exactly where that is.
At that point, the pilots will say stand by for a weather check, and their first priority is it safe? Is there any weather conditions that may not allow us to take this call? As soon as they accept this mission, we all come to the hangar here. We start the engines, and our goal is from the time we're dispatched, the time we're up in the air is 8 minutes. So things happen very quickly to do that, but it's always a safe process to get there. As a ground ambulance paramedic, when I worked on the ground, I had to really know how to get to where I'm going. Now I have pilots that are concerned about it. So I usually try and find, okay, what rough geographical area are we going to? Are we going to a remote scene that there may not be any ambulance there? Are we going to a highway? Are we going to a hospital? I'll try to get that kind of information. Then the next thing that I want to do is figure out what is our flying time, and that gives me the opportunity to kind of plan for what are my priorities. And as soon as we can, we like to get into contact with either ground crews or maybe it's a hospital. That if a patient's already at a hospital, we're talking to the sending facility staff on the phone, and they're giving us a bit of a report. And as soon as we lift off, usually myself and my critical care nurse start to begin our planning. So there's lots of communication, lots of discussion. We talk about what are our priorities of care, how are we going to manage this patient, who's going to do what. We start drawing up any medications that we might need to do. We start prepping all of our equipment, and we try to be as ready as we can for what we believe we're going to go to. I always plan for the worst. It's way easier to scale back than to put it into gear. There is no time for sightseeing. It's a total focus planning. What are we going to do? I usually hear, is cabin secure for takeoff? I say secure, go ahead. And the next thing I'll usually hear from the pilot is cabin secure for landing? And there can be 18, 20 minutes that I don't even realize we're flying. No time to look out. We're very busy managing a patient in a very tight quarters, as you saw. It's an awesome job. One of the things that I absolutely love about this job is we open the doors to patients that we have transported before. When they come back, we've met them on their very worst day of their life. They come back weeks or months later and they want to say thank you. We call those our VIPs, or very important patients. And having that opportunity to meet somebody and shake their hand and thank them, they thank you. There's nothing more rewarding than that. I find that one of the things that just keeps me going with this. So STARS actually stands for Shock Trauma Air Rescue Society, but within STARS, our core values also has the acronym STARS. The S stands for safety. So safety is our biggest priority. Before we even accept the mission, is it safe for the crew, the pilots, the medical crew? Is it safe for our patients? The T stands for teamwork. At STARS, we value teamwork. So our crews are devised as a critical care nurse, a critical care paramedic, 2 pilots, and a physician. And there is no one person that is more important than the other on that mission. We all are a team and we function as a team. We also view our partners on the ground as part of the team. We are a link in the chain of survival. So what the ground crews can do, they do a great job of stabilizing and packaging the patient so that when we arrive, we can quickly fly them to Winnipeg. The trauma team, as they accept this patient, can accept this patient and continue on care. The surgical team, the ICU team, the rehab team, it's all part of the teamwork, and that's what we call the chain of survival. And at STARS, we really try and demonstrate that teamwork. The A stands for accountability. Accountability we're very transparent as an organization for when things, how we're doing business and how we're responding out there. The R stands for respect. We have a high level of respect for our partners on the ground, respect within the organization, from the engineers that fix the aircraft to the front office staff. We're a team here and we all respect each other. And then Spirit. Spirit is one of the best things, and it's very visible here at STARS when you come to the base. Everybody is excited and energized to be here, and everyone's number one dedicated part of what they're coming here for is to deliver the best critical care to rural Manitobans. Actually, I just talked to somebody at Labroquerie who said he just left the airport to come there, and he said it took him just about 2 hours. Now, that's traffic, that's construction, that's all kinds of things. But on a regular day, if everything goes well, the trip from the STARS Airport base to Labroquerie is probably about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. And from the time we lifted up, skids up here, to the time we landed at Labroquerie was 18 minutes. So that's a game changer when it comes to critical care, somebody who's traumatically injured on the highway. If we can get to their scene in 18 minutes, we get there shortly after the ambulance is there. The fire department has already started their extrication process. The paramedics on the ground are beginning their care and packaging of the patient, and we're there minutes behind them. Now we can get them into Winnipeg that much quicker. In trauma, the golden hour, if we can get somebody to a surgical center the quickest we can, that makes the difference. I love PR events. They're so much fun to go. The level of support that we have from rural Manitoba is astounding. There isn't an event that somebody doesn't come and say thank you, and now that we're starting to fly more and more patients, I'm starting to hear, hey, you flew somebody I knew or someone I was connected with, and that's a really touching moment. Love seeing the kids. I've got 2 kids of my own. They're 8 and 6, and love seeing how excited kids get around the helicopter. That's always fantastic. The public has lots of questions. How does this work? You know, STARS is a relatively new program to rural Manitoba, so it's a great opportunity to explain what it is exactly. Why is the helicopter so much different than a ground ambulance or an airplane? What are we to the chain of survival, and what can we bring? I've said it before, it's a complete game changer, and I love to spread that message at the PR events.